Sinag Liga Asya returns on this Saturday afternoon for the Department of Justice Interagency Secretaries Cup 2025 as we come to you live from the San Andres Sports Complex here in the city of Manila with two games to be given to you today on this third game day of the tournament. Things looking to get spicy early in our DOJ tournament. Pero titingnan natin dito yung mga laro natin for our game today. Tingnan natin dito. This is Santos, AJ Santos of the DOJ Saviors. Played 23 minutes in their previous game and scored 18 points with an outstanding 88% shooting from the field. Went 6 of 7 from 2-pointers and 2 of 2 from 3-pointers. And on the other end naman, this is Erwin Duran. Played a team-high 35 minutes, scoring 17 points on 44% shooting. Erwin Duran was very effective in their previous game, trying to carry it over to their game today. Titingnan natin dito, it's NBI versus DOJ who will come out triumphant in the game today. But let's take a look at our game at hand. First naman natin is the DOJ Saviors going up against the NBI Sharpshooters happening at 5 p.m. Yan ang game natin ngayon. And our second game is the PCGG Guardians going up against the Safekeepers. That's going to be our second game of the day. And a good afternoon to all the basketball fans watching out there. The name is Aaron D. And joining me today, hailing all the way from Cebu City from the University of San Carlos, it's Coach Paul Hoven. So Coach Paul, maayong hapon sa imo.
Maayong hapon, Aaron, again. Pit senior nila sa atong mga palangga Cebu. Magkita-kita tawag mo, larga ta after here. So, and of course, maayong gabi and good evening, Pilipinas.
Yan, you heard it right there from Coach Paul. No, we're gonna hear a lot more from him mamaya. Pero kung nandito kami ni Coach Paul, meron pa kami isang member, the third member of our panel, Miss Daphne Lozano, who is gonna be our eyes and ears on the sideline. So Miss Daphne, kamusta ka naman dyan? And a good afternoon din sa iyo.
Good afternoon, Aaron. And of course, Coach Paul, thank you for asking because I'm actually feeling okay and I hope both of you are too. But also, good afternoon din sa ating mga kasinag na nakasubaybay ngayon. And I will be your Dora the reporter for today's match. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks for that, Daphne. We're gonna be awaiting your reports for that game later. Pero speaking of reports, if you want to be more updated, no, dito sa Liga natin, sa Sinag Liga Asya and our different divisions, we'd like to encourage everyone to go ahead and hit that like button, hit that follow button on all of our social media handles, social media pages on Instagram and Facebook. Nandun po kami sa @SinagLigaAsya. And then we move on naman dun sa YouTube and Instagram natin, pati sa TikTok, diba? Sinag Liga TV. Pero we take a look at our participating teams naman dito, Coach Paul, no? 9 teams ang maglalaban-laban dito sa DOJ natin.
Oh, exactly. Again, we are a Bureau of Immigration Sentinels, Bureau of Corrections, Bucor Safekeepers, National Bureau of Investigation who's playing right now, Parole and Probation Administration, Redeemers, Presidential Commission on Good Government, the Guardians, Public Attorney's Office or yung PAO, Aaron, Office of the Solicitor General, and lastly, Land Registration Authority, Tutolados.
Yan, so narinig nyo dyan kay Coach Paul, no? Madami-daming teams ang maglalaro dito. 9 teams coming out to play in today's game. But we move on naman to the tournament format, how everything is going to go down here in our DOJ Interagency Cup. Coach Paul, take it away.
Okay, with 9 teams, single round tayo. Automatic ang maganda doon. Pag number 1 ka and 2, automatic sa semifinals. 3 and 4 advances to the quarterfinals. 5, 6, 7 after the elimination round, may quarterfinal 1 yan. Tapos yung 8 and 9, kasi nga, nadala na tayo sa NBA, yung play-in tournament. So 8 and 9 will have a knockout game. So, ibig sabihin yan, after the first round of elimination, walang matatanggal.
Yan, so a very interesting way to see how everything is gonna go down in our tournament dito. And we move on naman dun sa game story natin for today. It's they took control in the opener. Talking about the DOJ team, no? So tingnan natin dito. Dito naman, the contrasting debut from the DOJ Saviors and the NBI Sharpshooters, Coach Paul.
Exactly, Aaron. Again, DOJ won on their first game on our opening a week ago. At ito namang NBI Again, with Philip Botel now playing for his first game for NBI. So, expect talaga na magpapakita itong NBI getting their first win. Kailangan ng tulong ni Lou Abad for the NBI and for the DOJ naman without Asek Clavano, someone will need to fill in his the void. Kasi nga point guard yun pass first yun
And all of those questions are gonna be answered in these next 40 minutes. But for now, let's give it over Excuse me, no, tingnan natin dito. Coming up muna na dito is the Department of Justice Saviors going up against the National Bureau of Investigation Sharpshooters, happening shortly. But let's throw it over to our game announcer, Mr. Ram Valet, for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, sports fans, and we're coming to you live inside the San Andres Sports Complex, the city of Manila. Welcome to SLA DOJ Interagency Basketball Tournament Secretary's Cup, presented to you by the Department of Justice and SINA, Liga, Asya, who presented by Okada Manila and Hotel 101 Global. We're also live at the official FB page of Sinag Liga Asya and YouTube channel at Sinag Liga TV. And to our broadcast partners, Blast TV, Top Sports, Fiber TV, and Cable Link, powered by SLA Sports Production and Converge. We got a double-header games for the day 3 of the competition, featuring our first match, the battle between the DOJ Saviors and your NBI Sharpshooters. And now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for your DOJ Saviors. Point guard number 11, Alvin Mendoza. Shooting guard number 77, Jerome Pagon. Power forward number 21, Jess Alastoy. Small forward number 23, AJ Santos. And center number 39, Asya Tom Tejano. DOJ Saviors led by Coach Kristex Felix, assisted by Eric of Russia. Team manager Asya Tom Tejano. Your DOJ Saviors. And now let's meet the starters for your NBI Sharpshooters. At forward number 18, Paul Regala. Also at forward number 22, Erwin Duran. At center number 28, Peter Botel. At guard number 1, Lou Abay. And also at guard number 25, Joel Takubar. Head coach for NBI Sharpshooters is Raymond Valenzuela, assisted by Chura Valenzuela and Paul Valenzuela. Staff is Janan Hizon and Ready Boy Lobo. Your NBI Sharpshooters. Game officials charged in action: Dennis Escaros, John Lisiges, and Jimmy Yu.
And the Department of Justice, they start with Mendoza, Bagon, Asek, Tejano, Alastoy, and Santos. The NBI Sharpshooters, they go with Abad, Tacuban, Botel, Reguera, and Duran. Once again, good afternoon to all the basketball fans watching out there. This is the DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. We started off with our first game of the day on this Saturday afternoon. Myself, Aaron D, alongside Coach Paul Hoven, bringing you the action. And Coach Paul, last game, nakita nyo na yung naglaro dito, yung dalawang teams na to, diba? These other teams opening up this DOJ.
Exactly, Aaron. Again, Reguera there. Just on their last game, medyo playing hurt. Yung plantar fasciitis na medyo acting daw. And for NBI to win this game, kailangan may tulong itong Lou Abad. Lou Abad sa lakas 40 is more of a two-guard, scorer guard. But today, for this NBI team, dito sa ating DOJ Interagency, nagiging point guard siya.
Yep, we know what to expect from Lou Abad as he tries to get that ball on that side. As we mentioned nga kanina, no, Coach Paul, itong DOJ winning their first game. Ito namang NBI losing their previous game. So opposite direction sila ngayon.
Exactly. And for DOJ naman, that's their 1-2 punch. Itong Mendoza and Alistoy, former San Sebastian Stags as Reguera. 0 out of 2 on this early here in our quarter. And again, iba kasi yung may point guard din eh. Mendoza, same with Abad, more of a two-guard. But ngayon, without Asek Clavano, mahirapan dito itong si Mendoza to be a two-guard. He will be a point guard for this team sa DOJ.
Yep, and some adjustments gonna be made. As take a look at that wall inside by Butel, standing his ground and blocking that shot.
Oh, that's a legit 6'4" guy. Ang haba eh. And then there's also a former pro player. Matagal na, pero alam mo naman eh, yung veterano, you know, the experience na nadadala, yun yung importante eh.
Mendoza driving down the lane, crossing, taking, and gets the friendly bounce.
As his first 2 points, we all know Mendoza can hit that. But come late fourth quarter, who will be their point guard as Riguera missing another 3 there. 0 out of 3 so far here.
Mendoza once again taking it inside. This time he opts to slow it down. They've got 13 on the shot clock. Give it to Alastoy. Back to Mendoza. Target shooting. Too strong. Rebounded by NBI. Here comes Sweet Lou. And a take foul by Mendoza.
Needs to be careful on this one, Aaron. Kasi kailangan siya nandyan eh. With just 11 players on DOJ on the roster, baka may nagdatingan pa yan. He needs to be really careful on his foul.
Yeah, and Mendoza scoring 7 points and 5 assists in their previous game. But something we need to highlight, it's that 6 turnovers as they get a 3-pointer. The NBI Sharpshooters.
When in doubt, shoot there for the number 25 of the NBI.
Looks like that's Tacuban. Joel Tacuban.
Yep, exactly.
And an attack inside from DOJ. Another chance at it. Butel sends it back. Riguera gets that ball. He's pushing it in transition. Ball down the lane. Euro step is good.
After missing 3 outside shot, Riguera opting to go in the shaded area. Yun yung dapat sa mga scorer kasi pag yung labas hindi kumukomekta, dapat papasok ka na dyan.
Alastoy tries his hand at a 3 and knocks it down from deep. Looks like the big men came to play today, Coach Paul.
Oo, exactly.
5 all is to score. 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the opening period. Butel gets that ball slapped away.
Oo, ganda sana ng pasa ni Tacuban on that cut of Butel.
And an early substitution for the DOJ Saviors. Number 17 from the Saviors coming into the game. This is Guerra as we turn it over to Miss Daphne Lozano for an pre-game, a report on both of the teams.
Thank you so much, Aaron. So the NBI Sharpshooters aim to bounce back tonight with the help of Philip Butal, who was absent during their previous game. So let's see if his height and might will be felt tonight. While on the side of the DOJ Saviors, Asek Tom Tejano is also suited up for the first time. When I asked DOJ's last player of the game, AG Santos, he shared how Asek Tom is also a force to be reckoned with under the paint. Those may be new faces, but both teams still stick to their old existing systems to claim the victory tonight. Back to you, Aaron and Coach Paul.
Thanks for that, Daphne. And just like you mentioned, Butel not playing in their previous game. This time he is, and Coach Paul, di ba nabanggit ko kanina, the big boys came to play today. Alastoy is gonna have his hands full. Butel and Riguera underneath against him.
And don't forget Duran, he's a 3-4 guy, former UE Red Warriors.
As Riguera, take a look at that move! Slithering through the defense.
Riguera, again, opting to go inside. Yun yung kailangan eh. Nagkulang talaga sila sa outside shot. Ipasok mo na. And talking about yung report ni Daphne, Aaron, again, Asek Tejano, kahit na malaki pa yan, matangkad pa rin eh. So he will be a force to reckon with inside the paint.
Pesky Mendoza out to Alastoy. Does he want the 3? He takes it in, and he makes that shot.
Alastoy not opting for a 3. Yun yung dapat eh. Go for the highest percentage shot.
And another 3-pointer, that's 2.
As Tacuban, back-to-back, 2 out of 2 for Joel Tacuban early here in our game.
12-9 is the score. The NBI Sharpshooters living up to their name. 3-point lead para sa kanila. Mendoza calling the play.
Aaron, maaga yan kanina. Ito si Joel Tacuban. Around 3:30, nandito na yan as AG Santos. Pabandang tira.
And a good cut by Santos to the inside. Just like you mentioned nga, maaga yan si Tacuban kanina. Yun pala yung napapansin ko kanina. And take a look at that. No, he doesn't take the 3.
alam mo yung experience na nabibigay mo kasi eh. Yes, he's on fire. He's open. But sabi niya, wag muna. Laro tayo sa anong gusto ni Coach Raymond Valenzuela. Kung ano yung sistema, pasa natin. If I'm open again, I'm gonna take that shot.
Inside, Butel gets hacked by Asik Tejano.
Good foul there for Asek Tejano. Philip Butel, better to shoot on the free throw line. Compare mo doon sa point blank range.
We're gonna check out Philip Butel's free throw touch as he heads to the line. A bit short on that take.
Sasabihin ko sana eh, na Philip Butel, I've seen this play, I play against him. He's not a good free throw shooter. Parang natama nga ako eh.
So kumbaga no, Coach Paul, this is one of his weaknesses. No, they could exploit itong DOJ.
Free throw talaga yung weakness niyan. Siguro alam nga ni Asek Tejano, kaya nga final eh.
As Alastoy, another one. Can't get it to drop. 1 out of 2 from deep. Here comes Sweet Lou, give it up. Reguera, driving down the D. Gets the basket with the foul. Paul Reguera.
And one play there, Reguera, that is his 6th point. Every time Reguera goes on the shaded area, maganda yung nangyayari dito for the NBI. So siguro nung last game talaga, inda talaga niya yung plantar fasciitis na injury niya.
And Paul Reguera looking like he has no injuries today. And staying perfect as well on the free throw line. 15-11 is the score. The NBI Sharpshooters up by 4 points with 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in our opening period. Mendoza outside. Give it back to him. Kick it out. Santos all alone. Knock it down from deep.
When in doubt, shoot. AJ Santos, who was the best player of the game on their first game, winning.
This time it's Duran. Can't get it. Tejano gets the board. Out to Santos. And he finds the open Guerra in transition.
You know, ang ginawa ni Guerra doon, after that rebound ni Asek Tejano, he leaked out eh. And then good communication there. Santos to Guerra, easy 2 points.
This time the sharpshooter is trying to settle it down. Another three-pointer from Tacuban. No good. They've got a runner if they can see it. Mendoza forward. Guerra. He gets hacked.
Good foul there by Joel Tacuban. Alam naman niya yung role niya. That time, clearly, Guerra has a height advantage. So foul mo na before that attempt.
Yup, it would be better talaga to just foul him instead of to give up those easy 2 points, no, Coach Paul?
Oo, syempre.
Guerra inbounding out to Mendoza. 17 on the shot clock. Guerra, another three-pointer. In and out.
Yeah, that's still a good shot for Guerra. He hit last game 2 out of 4, if I'm not mistaken, on the trifecta.
Buenaventura out to De Leon, cross court. Luabad for 3. A bit short. Alastoy gets the board, and here to come the Saviors with Mendoza in transition.
Good foul again. New players now for the NBI. That's number 30, Buenaventura. And 0-3. Di ba dapat pag 0-3, dapat 3 lang yan? Ang alam ko, pwede kang gumamit ng 0 pag 0. FIBA rules lang tayo, no? Again, NBI, that's their 3rd team foul. That's a good foul kasi it will be an easy 2 points. Tejano, Minama, El Aparador. Walang magawa si Abdelion doon.
Good seal by Tom Tejano. Asek Tom Tejano as Luabad tries to answer back. Alastoy gets it. And Mendoza gonna slow it down. Binalik dito kay Alastoy. Driving down. And that's a steal.
Oh, a bit late pass there. Alastoy to Santos. Maganda yung posisyon ni Abadon.
And Buenaventura all alone. Can he get it off? But it won't drop for him.
Oh, good thing na sana yun eh. Napeke niya na doon si Santos.
But a good recovery by Santos as Guerra has it. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in our opening period. Tatlo ang lamang dito ng DOJ Saviors. Mendoza outside. Santos once again. A bit to the left, but Alastoy is there for the putback.
Without Butel and Reguera there, Duran will have his hands full there inside the area, shaded area.
De Leon naman, iniwan doon. Can't get it to drop. This time it's Buenaventura to Duran, and he gets hacked. As it looks like Philip Botel re-entering the ball game. Excuse me, no, mukhang nag-water break lang dun sa kabila. So si Philip
Baka
Botel.
nag-CR break eh.
Oo.
New player now for DOJ. That's number 2, Borgie Kalugay. It's a quick break now for sure for Mendoza. Open for 3, wala.
Here comes Guerra. He's in a drag race. Can he get it? Yes, he can.
The DOJ, parang yung nakita ko plano nila. Every time there's a miss, since malaki sila, they want to leak out Aaron.
As Duran gets it. That two-pointer is good from the elbow. Tough shot, Coach Paul.
Yeah, on our first game that we covered this guy, sabi nga ni James Martinez, alam mo, may tira talaga to si Duran and he loved that kind of shot.
As Guerra's got it. It's 22-17. DOJ still up. Alastoy at that free throw line. But he gets clipped on the pass.
That's Mon Guerra. Nakapasok din for the NBI Sharpshooters.
Tingnan natin dito. It's going to be an inbound by Guerra from the baseline. They've got 14 to work with. Outside Kalugay, but that's stolen by Sweet Lou. In a foot race, gets the layup to drop.
Naglaro pa yan kagabi sa Sinag Liga Asya natin. Lakas 40. Back-to-back game for Luaban. For sure, he's just facing himself.
Santos, cross court, another steal, back-to-back for Luabad. Can he make it another bucket? He pulls up in transition, locked and loaded from deep, Luabad.
When in doubt, shoot, as Luaban starting to get hot here for the NBI.
Last shot time, they've got 5 seconds to work with. DOJ, Alastoy, three-pointer, it's good. And Jess Alastoy beating the buzzer. Back-to-back threes from Alastoy and Abad. Answering back the score, 25-22. As that marks the end of our opening period, and guns blazing to open up this first period, Coach Paul.
Oo, again, Alastoy, not known for his outside shot, already connecting, or maybe he's now the highest man for both teams. Got 12 points.
We take a look at some of the first quarter highlights from both of these teams. A high-scoring affair as Santos gets it inside. Finishes that shot, the best player of the game in their previous matchup. Then we take a look at Paul Reguera, an early start to this ball game. The score, 25-22. It's a 3-point lead by the Department of Justice Saviors.
J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Back at our second quarter here in our opening game, as we'd like to thank Okada Manila, one of our official sponsors dito sa Sinag Liga Asya, as well in our DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. Maraming salamat po sa Okada. As we start off this second quarter, it's the DOJ Saviors versus the NBI Sharpshooters. Luabad tries to answer back with a three. No good. Tatlo po ang lamang dito ng DOJ, as myself, Aaron D, alongside Coach Paul Hoven. And Coach Paul, what did you like from both teams in that first quarter natin?
I was very surprised of the DOJ early here in our game. They're running, gunning, and Alastoy, you know, the shots are falling for him, especially on the outside. And for NBI naman alam naman natin with Philip Botel, they have that advantage on the shaded area, but they were controlled by Alastoy and DOJ of Asek Tejano.
Alastoy gets it, but he's bothered by Duran. Forward, Razon in transition, the lefty lay, rims out.
It's a good foul, stopping that fast break. Kitang-kita mo naman. Kakapasok pa lang, number 17 of the NBI, Erico Razon.
And in their previous game, itong NBI Sharpshooters, they just scored 25% from field goal percentage. So napakababa nun in their last game, Coach Paul. Looks
Yes.
like they're doing a lot better in this opening quarter natin.
Oo, yung problema kasi nila doon, number 1 is turnover. Credit to the defense of their previous opponent, the Bureau of Immigration. Imagine mo, Aaron, simula pa lang nag 1-2-2 full court na.
Parang high school team lang, no, Coach Paul? Parang college lang.
Kaya nabigla ako eh. Sabi ko may ganito pala, even interagency tayo ng DOJ.
Nakakagulat din, no? Tapos magtatrabaho pa sila after. Just think about the things they're doing, no, sa mga practice nila.
Exactly. Alistoy, another 3. When in doubt, shoot!
And Alastoy, just guns blazing. Making those 3-pointers, no definition of a modern-day big.
3 out of 4 so far. Highest point, 15 already.
Duran naman forcing the issue inside against Alastoy and getting an important foul on the big man.
The former UA Red Warriors marunong din eh. Kailangan niya atakihin eh. Di bali nang hindi makashoot, baka makakuha ng foul. Pag mawala yung Alistoy sa DOJ, yun na, mahirapan na talaga ang DOJ na manalo dito.
And binalik naman dito si Philip Butel, another big man. Once again dito para sa NBI Sharpshooters. So they've got Paul Reguera and Butel in their front court as well as Duran. So that's a pretty big lineup, no? From the small forward to the center position, Coach Paul.
Yeah, doon talaga mahirapan ang DOJ. Especially if they were going inside. And for the NBI, no, they don't need to settle for outside shots. Kitang-kita mo naman, you have that front line of Reguera, Duran, and Butel. So siguro kailangan mo ng pasa mo sa poste, lagay mo yung bola high-low. Importante may cutters kasi for sure they will double these 3 guys.
Kalugay this time. Looking for a friend. Gives it out. The jumper. A bit to the right as Butel snatches that ball. Binigay dito kay Paul Reguera. 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining here in our second period. Paul taking that ball up, giving it up. A bad corner 3. It's good.
What a pass there for Paul Reguera. Talking about modern, this guy, Reguera, used to play 4 but he loves to really dribble that. He has that skills. Sabi ko nga eh, he's too early for his time when he used to play. Kasi alam mo naman, Aaron, di ba, pag big man, dapat pasa mo na sa guard. Ngayon, kasi pag yung guard big man mo nakakadala ng bola, siya na.
As Alastoy this time, they've got 2 seconds to work with. They gotta go quickly. In and out, and Butel once again with the board. And balik na naman dito, si Reguera na naman na magbababa, Coach Paul.
Oo. The lead now starting to chip away. 3 na lang for the DOJ and make it 1 as Duran against Alistoy. Mahirapan na makakuha ng second foul doon.
And everything clicking dito para sa NBI Sharpshooters to open up the second quarter. Kalugay. Give it up. And they're gonna slow it down. Back to the middle. That's a 2-pointer. No good from Leveriza. Butel gets it forward to Sweet Lou. No numbers in his favor, but he still pulls up. And not the best of shots done para kay Sweet Lou.
Oh, just a bad decision. 1 out of 4. He checked away.
Kalugay slowing it down. They're leading by a point, this DOJ Savior squad. Binigay kay Alastoy. Outside, Leveriza once again. Short. Here come the Sharpshooters. Balik kay Paul. Reguera using the pick, stepping back. 3-pointer. Too strong.
0 out of 4 so far for Reguera from downtown.
Oh, but Duran, medyo malalim dun yung reverse attempt. But nonetheless, it's still a foul, Coach Paul.
Oh, yung problema, Alistoy dapat sana binigay niya na yun eh. Kasi nga, without him, who will stop these 3 guys? Duran, Butel, and Reguera.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's the second foul already on Alastoy. So, as we mentioned kanina, no, very key dito para sa NBI Sharpshooters.
Aside from Asek Tijano, ito lang talaga yung dalawang big man nila. Itong si Alistoy. And, well, Santos can play inside, but he's not that tall.
And maganda rin yung napakita nitong DOJ Saviors in their previous game as a team with 10 players scoring in that previous matchup nila. So a lot of players contributing there as a timeout gonna be called dito by the DOJ Saviors. The score is 30-31. The NBI Sharpshooters taking a 1-point lead dito. And we take a look at this, the previous game of the DOJ Saviors, they took control in their opener, Coach Paul.
Yun na nga, DOJ won over PCGG 68-41. Assists pa lang 50-34. Steals 21-12 points in the paint, 34 with Alistoy and Santos getting in for the DOJ Saviors.
Yep, and one of the best ways to open up your tournament with a blowout victory, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, the score today, 31-30, a 1-point lead by the NBI Sharpshooters here in our second period.
And DOJ now, Mendoza binabalik na kasi nga lamang na ang NBI as Asek Tijano with a rebound just blocked by Philip Butel.
And Butel just had his hands up. You could see two of the players laughing it off.
Oh, sabi nga ni Asek, binaangka mo ba yun? Parang foul yun.
Outside, Mendoza in the corner. Once again, that's a foul on De La Rosa this time.
That's the first foul. Team foul.
Take a look at this lakas block of the quarter brought to you by 0107 Management Group Incorporated. That's Butel. Return to sender.
First rest now for the former UE Red Warrior, Erwin Duran. Ngayon pa lang yan pinalitan, Aaron.
Guerra for three. It's good.
When in doubt, shoot there. Guerra, 2 out of 3 from downtown. Alam mo talaga may ultra green light to Aaron eh. Pag open, itira mo.
You could definitely see the confidence on Guerra when he releases that shot as De La Rosa. Outside, binigay kay Butel. Two-pointer, no good. Mendoza this time in transition. Is he gonna attack Butel? No, this time he gives it to his teammate. And out to Guerra. Passes up the shot and a case of overpassing on that play.
Oh, sayang, paniro na yun eh. 4 against 3 fast break.
Oh, but De La Rosa going through and Reguera saving the day.
Reguera reading the ball, cutting inside, getting an offensive rebound, and 2 points. Oh, just a bad communication there for Gauruno and Mendoza.
Ito naman, De La Rosa this time. Oh, we still can't get it. As numbers in the favor of the Saviors. No, it's a 3-on-3 fast break. Asek Tejano. Backdoor. Beautiful dish. Guerra back to Asek. Tejano fakes it. Drives it. And he kicks it. Guerra's all alone. You know he wants that three. And that's back-to-back three-pointers from Guerra.
1, 2, 3 out of 4 from downtown. Guerra is on fire.
Mendoza inside against Butel. Good contest by the big man.
Oh, iba na talaga matanggal Aaron eh. No? Napapa-second guess, third, fourth guess ka talaga.
It's a 3-point lead for DOJ. Reguera. That's a heat check from Paul.
Guerra and Reguera. Alam mo yung mga 1-2 minutong bagsakan. Reguera, nag-Guerra dito ng mga 3-pointers here in our first half.
And both of these teams not giving an inch. It's a tied ball game with 3 minutes and 45 remaining. Inside, Asek Tejano. This time he takes it and he banks it off the glass.
Pabandang tira on that first attempt on their last possession. He faked it pa eh. Sabi niya, pagod na ako, titira ko na to, 2 points.
And ito na, titira na si Paul, not lacking in confidence. Here we go, it's a 4-on-3 fast break. Guerra to Mendoza, give it up. Driving inside, slithering through the defense. Tries to find Santos, but it's a bit too tight inside.
Oo, sayang eh. Maganda yung plano sana. Just not a good execution that time for Mendoza and Santos.
And a timeout called by the NBI Sharpshooters after that non-stop flurry of action dito para sa atin. Take a look at this. Give it up. And Asek Tejano banking it off the glass for 2. Score natin 38-36. A timeout gonna be called dito from the NBI Sharpshooters. We'll be back shortly after this break.
J Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Back after that timeout, Reguera catches it. Goes to his strong hand. It finishes with the left, but he can't get it to drop. Here comes Guerra. Alastoy in a foot race. Oh, Mendoza, dipsy lay.
Mendoza floating in the air. Ganda nun.
Mendoza, one of the floor generals, as Reguera answering once again.
Reguera now still not gun shy from the outside. That is his first three-pointer of the game. One out of 6 for that guy.
And Paul Reguera never gun shy. As Asek Tejano on the post, bumping, passing. Almost a turnover, but it looks like it's gonna stay with the DOJ Saviors.
Yeah, good pass there for Tejano. Just deflected there. Alistoy on that cut on the opposite side.
And Tacuban exits the game. Nunez in the ball game. A fake by Guerra, a drive against the contact. Butel standing his ground, but Tejano gets that ball stolen. Here we go with Akal falling on the ground. Alastoy naman. The big man kicking it out. Mendoza open for 3. Short. Reguera gets that board. Akal still on the ground. The referee's calling for the stoppage of play. Akal falling to the floor for the NBI Sharpshooters.
Yeah, I think he tweaked his ankle there on that ball, kaya nga hindi niya nakakuha.
And luckily, itong si Akal immediately standing up after being helped by his teammates. And still at this point in time, Coach Paul, none of these teams giving an inch. It's still a one-point game.
Oh, it's a game of runs. Kanina nakahabol na itong NBI at DOJ with the retaliation. Lumamang na naman ng isa.
Outside. Instead, no, they give it inside to Butel. A catch by Nunez. And the shot. Good pass from the big man to the guard.
Kapapasok lang itong si number 27, Kaloy Suerte Felipe. Ito yung EA ni Secretary Rimulya eh.
One of the sharpshooters, itong si Suerte Felipe.
Oh, pag nakapasok yan, ready ka sa pana.
Oh, but he attacks Butel.
Yun yung puso. Yun yung puso.
And not something anyone would do. As Lou Abad cruising down the lane and getting fouled.
Oh, Felipe is around what? 5'6", 7" against 6'5" Philip Butel. Yun yung gusto ko eh. Buo ang loob.
And no fear dun, no? Not getting blocked on the play, almost getting it off.
Parang no pain, no glory, no fear, no entry. Ano ba yun?
And as we talk about one of the big men dito, itong si Paul Reguera, Miss Daphne Lozano has some information on the sharpshooter, Mr. Paul Reguera. So Daphne, take it away.
With a dominating performance from the first quarter until now, Paul Reguera of the NBI Sharpshooters has his eyes on the prize, which is to get their team's first win in the tournament. Even if he is still feeling uncomfortable with his plantar injury, his dedication to play for his team still remains on top because he knows he is truly needed and called to serve inside the hard court. Alam nyo nga mga kasinag, nakakatuwa kasi he literally said the same thing during their previous game, which is, and I quote, kailangan talaga maglaro para sa NBI. Let's just hope that the risk that he's constantly taking will be worth it, not just for him, but also for the team. Back to you, Aaron and Coach Paul.
And
Chance of an N1 play, Tejano and Butel. Si Tejano, double black eye, natabahan pa.
And we're loving that matchup, no, from Tejano and Butel. Tingnan natin dyan. A herky-jerky move inside for the lakas move of the quarter. Brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. Tingnan mo naman doon, the fist pump by Tejano.
It's so nice. We need to see it twice, Aaron. Will he complete this N1 play?
And Coach Paul, pag nagising itong si Tejano in this ball game, no, it's gonna be Alastoy and Tejano versus Reguera as he gets the dime inside. Bullet feed.
Alistoy, umangat na talaga kasi nga si Reguera, who's missing outside shots earlier, nakapasok na yan kanina.
As we spoke about Paul Reguera nga dun sa report ni Daphne kanina, no? Paul Reguera really representing this NBI Sharpshooters to the best he can, no? Doing all he can dito sa game nila. As Tejano once again against Butel, attacking. Santos this time. Another one, no good. Butel, take a look at that fight from the big man. Kinuha naman ni Santos ulit. Back to Alastoy. And the basket counts for Alastoy.
And one play there for Alistoy. That is his 17th point here on our quarter, or on our first half.
Take a look at this, Alastoy. The push shot, it's good. With the lakas play of the quarter, brought to you by Okada Manila. Alastoy missing the free throw. Tejano, another chance. Santos this time, still no good.
Ano, I understand ginagawa ni Santos, hindi niya na binababa yung bola. Kasi nga, ang hirap You have Philip Butel there, who's very lanky and tall. Sigurado mahirapan ka talaga on the shaded area.
And Santos with a second to go. Can he beat it? No, he can't. Santos got that shot off. But it doesn't go in as the score 45-44. NBI Sharpshooters up by a single point at the end of our first half. A flurry of highlights from both of these teams. Numerous shots going in para sa kanila, but still none of them giving an inch to start off this ball game. Take a look at some of the first quarter highlights. They give it up, forward pass, and Guerra has been effective on transition. As we take a look at some of the second quarter highlights naman natin dito. Reguera, he was feeling it in this game, but Tejano as well, if he wakes up, it's gonna be a different flavor dito para sa DOJ Saviors. And then Paul Reguera with a tasty dish inside. Finding his little man. The score 45-44. It's just a 1-point game. We'll be back shortly for more second half action here at the SLA DOJ Interagency Cup 2025.
Finally, nandito na yung araw ng opening. And matagal ho namin to pinaplano, kasama po ang SLA. And we really hope na makapagbigay ito ng saya sa ating mga empleyado ng bawat ahensya ng DOJ.
Welcome to the Sinag Liga Asya Interagency Secretaries Cup 2025.
Ang kasama natin from all the agencies. Very excited to play their first game.
Very much excited ang Pag-Dilatorious Office to be part of the DOJ tournament. Napapanood namin ang Sinag 40. Kaya nakikita namin na napakaganda ng paligan na to. First Secretary Cup to, kaya talagang palabad kami.
The PCGC is very excited in forming the team. Of course, the team is already complete and very competitive ang team natin.
Bilang isang department, kailangan po talaga na yung camaraderie between the agencies is very strong.
Gagawin namin lahat ang makakaya namin para sa ikaganda ng ligang to.
This is just the start of something that we will consider a legacy. That the Secretary of Justice, Jesus Crispin Boy Revilla, will leave for the DOJ.
Maganda po itong activity na to kasi definitely kailangan po natin yung work and life balance, no?
Ang team po namin, team roster namin ay binubuo ng former PBA player, former NCAA, former UAAP,
Unfinished business pa kami. Dahil noong 2016, natalo kami sa NBI na championship. So this year, sisiguraduhin namin na kami ang magka-champion.
We'd also like to thank the Secretary for making this all happen. Binigay niya po yung blessing niya dahil po alam niya po kung gaano ka-importante yung sports, fitness at wellness. And of course, I hope that it will inspire a lot of collaboration, camaraderie, and teamwork sa ating mga ahensya ng DOJ.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Siyempre, nagpapasalamat lang ako sa mga sponsor natin sa ginanap na caravan ng Sinag Liga Asya kung saan marami po tayong pinuntahan na lugar para maghatid tulong po sa mga taong kailangan po nila ngayong holiday para magkaroon sila ng sapat na pagkain, inumin, lahat po, pati sa mga bata, namigay po tayo ng mga bola, dahil sa mga sponsor po natin yan. Hindi ko na po isa-isa dahil napakarami nyo pong tumulong. Mga teams ng Lakas 40, di Heather Alcantara, mga mayor na kaibigan natin, politician, mga private, identity. Maraming po salamat, lalo-lalo sa Okada, Manila, ganoon din sa Double Dragon, at sa kay Asek, Nico, at Secretary Ginulya. Napasalamat po kami sa tulong niyo na binigay para dito sa mga natulungan po natin ngayong Pasko at parating na bagong taon. Muli, nagpapasalamat at Sinag Liga Asya sa inyong lahat, lalo na sa kong may kapal, na bigyan po tayo ng maraming blessings para maipaabot po ang mga tulong na kailangan niya. Maraming salamat po sa Sinag Liga Asya at sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay po tayo.
Para makinig anong gagawin, di ba? Sabi nga ni back-to-back hits now for him. Kailangan niya na marami pang ganyan. Kung may kita dahil sa image nito, hindi ba siya na magaling dito? One more or no more, kapit sa mga Sinag.
Magandang araw sa inyo mga kasinag. Maligayang Pasko at maligayang bagong taon. Gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo, naging maganda at marami tayong na sorpresa ang ating mga kababayan, lalo na ating 2024 Sinag Caravan, dahil tayo po ay namigay ng konting ating may tutulong sa ating mga kapuspalan at marami tayong napasaya. Ito po ay asahan yung taon-taon namin gagawin para sa inyo, para lalo-lalo sa mga nangangailangan. May Pasko kay hindi, patuloy pong gagawin namin ito. Yung mga nakasinag Liga Asya, karami nyo po sa hirap at ginawa. At siyempre sa New Year, mas magiging exciting, mas magiging malaki na gagawin namin dito para po sa inyo, sa Liga, sa mga taong miyembro at sa mga kasinag. Gusto namin, wala naman po kami ibang gusto kundi mapasaya, magpaligaya ng mga kababayan natin. No? Mga basketball enthusiasts, hindi lang po yan. Siyempre, marami tayong natutulungan ginagawa outside basketball. So, asahan niyo po mas malaki at mas magandang Sinag Liga Asya sa mga darating pang event na gagawin namin. At saka siyempre, tutulungan natin. I wish you a happy and prosperous New Year sa ating lahat, mga kasinag. Team management, chairman, president, direct, all the crew, deputy commissioner natin, maraming salamat sa inyo. Mabuhay tayo.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
Pampanga Intermunicipality Series Basketball Tournament Delta Cup.
Pakabiling kong masalese kayo na i-promote tayo ng sportsmanship na. Okay? Ita mo nga, tandanan nyo, kapampangan tangan.
This is your 2024 Junior World Showcase Delta Cup.
Wala magpapasira ng laro, tayo magsasira ng laro niya.
Maraming salamat for taking time out to be part of the first ever SLA Junior World Showcase Delta Cup.
Good evening, mga Kasinag. You're still tuned in to SLA DOJ Interagency Basketball Tournament Secretaries Cup match between the NBI Sharpshooters and the DOJ Saviors with a score 45-44. But before you proceed to the second half, I am actually beside Asek Tom Tejano of the DOJ Saviors for our halftime interview. Sir, thank you so much for joining me here in the half po. So, ayun po, you mentioned to me earlier that matagal na po yung huling papawis nyo or paglalaro nyo po ng basketball. But as we've seen in the first half, ay babad po kayo. So, may ask lang po, how are you feeling right now?
Medyo winded talaga, pagod dahil nga nabanggit ko na walang ensayo. Pero masaya, close yung game and masarap yung kiskisan sa ilalim, mga masahe.
Ayun, sir. Speaking of kiss-kissan, yun nga po, a great matchup po talaga between you and Philip Patel under the paint. So, ano po kaya yung necessary adjustments na kailangan gawin ng team in order na makalamang po tayo sa second half?
I think we should lessen our turnovers. Tapos, just stick to our game plan na execute our game plan and make sure na hindi kami maging sloppy sa plays namin. Yun lang po.
Ayun, sir. Meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
Of course, to our boss, Secretary Boying, thank you for this chance to play with other agencies. Masaya po and at least nakakapag-recreational games and relax yung mga players natin. And of course, I would like to greet my kids, Thomas, Lucas, and Gagbab, and also to my wife. They are watching right now. Hi, guys.
Once again, thank you so much po, sir. That is all for our halftime interview. Back to you, Aaron and Coach Paul.
And thanks for that, Daphne. There you have it. That's Asek Tom Tejano of the DOJ Saviors. As we take a look at the score, today it's 45-44. The NBI Sharpshooters with a 1-point lead coming into this ball game. And as we take a look at some of the highlights dito, brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. Tingnan natin dito the first half highlights natin. Inside attack, that's Santos. He was the player of the game for the DOJ for the Saviors. And then we take a look at Lou Abad. Of course, what you'd expect from Lou Abad. Scoring. And speaking of scoring, Paul Reguera. Hot shooting in that first half. And Tom Tejano getting the bruise and the deuce. And the tasty dish inside from Paul Reguera. A flurry of highlights being shown to us to start off this first half as we take a look at some of the halftime stats dito, Coach Paul.
Again, DOJ started the game so hot from the inside and outside, but NBI nakabalik dito eh. Again, 18 out of 43, 41%. NBI naman 16 out of 35, 45% rebounds. DOJ, surprisingly, plus 11 doon. Alam mo namang nandun yung Reguera, Butel, and Duran for the NBI. And talking about the leading scorers,
yeah, we take a look at this, no? Paul Reguera, 15 points already. Doon naman sa kabila, si Jess Alastoy with 17. So the big men, di ba sila yung nag-lead dito in the scoring department, Coach Paul?
oh, again, Jess Alastoy, not known for his outside shot, connecting on that first half. Dalawa yung pumasok sa tres, ah.
And the big man showing us some range in this ball game as our second half is about to start dito. It's the DOJ Saviors, excuse me. It's their ball to start off this game. Once again, myself, Aaron D, alongside Coach Paul Hoven and our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Lozano, on the sidelines to bring you today's action here in our DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. As Tejano tries his first touch. And that ball is gonna stay with them. And Coach Paul, di ba? Tingnan natin dito. Previous games for both teams. DOJ, a blowout win. NBI, a blowout loss. If we trust the numbers correctly, di ba? Everyone is going to expect na itong DOJ yung mananalo dito. Pero tingnan natin. NBI still in the game. So, bakit ba to, Coach Paul?
Again, it's a seesaw battle, a game of runs. So far, what have been doing good here sa DOJ kasi, although kulang sila sa ilalim, they're trying to really move the ball and they're gonna push that every time nakukuha sila ng rebound.
As a three-pointer from the corner, too strong.
At here, naging first five na ngayon in our second half. Itong si Guerra, who connected 2 3-pointers earlier on that first half. Yun yung always nag-link out for the DOJ eh.
And pati yung transition ni ni Guerra was good as a steal para Sharpshooters. Oh, but an ill-advised pass. Stolen by the Saviors, and Guerra is gonna set it up. It's a 1-point lead for the DOJ Saviors. Guerra takes it down. They leave him open. He pulls up for 3. Oh, he banks it in.
When in doubt, shoot as Guerra connecting his third 3-pointer and the game in counting.
And nakalimutan i-pick up doon si Guerra as Reguera dimes it to the corner. Babawi naman doon ang NBI Sharpshooters.
De Leon making his first point of the game sa tres pa.
The Saviors trying to answer back. Triple teamed inside. Alastoy, can he get it? He gets it. Tejano tries his hand at a 3. Short.
Oh, that's a good line there for Asik Tejano. Open naman, kailangan mong itira. It's better, Aaron, than a turnover.
As Reguera, target shooting. Knock it down for Paul Reguera. Picking up where he left off in that first half.
Amen.
Dalawa dito ang lamang ng NBI Sharpshooters, 51-49. Mendoza takes it down. Alastoy naman, babawi ba sa tres? Short. Butel gets the board. And oh, look at that baseball pass. Can it be a touchdown? De Leon to Duran for the finish. That's too easy.
Only Alastoy gets backs on defense. Mendoza and Guerra, they stop nung sa 3 points. Kailangan against, that's 2 against 1 fast break.
Tingnan natin dito, the lakas fast break of the quarter. Brought to you by Okada Manila. Butel to Duran to De Leon, and they give it back. Easy fast break for the NBI Sharpshooters. Just basic basketball para sa kanila. The score, 53-49. The NBI Sharpshooters leading in this midway of the third quarter.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Back after that timeout, 53-49. And Coach Paul, the highlights are not slowing down para sa atin in the second half.
Again, every time there's a run for the NBI and DOJ, there's always an answer. Ngayon naman, ito namang NBI, they love to run.
As they give it up, Mendoza, corner 3, another one!
Yun yung sabi ko eh, every time there's a run from either of the team, may sagot talaga. So, for sure, this will be a pressure-packed ball game.
Babawi naman dito from the other corner. Butel fights for it, and here comes Mendoza. 3-on-3 fast break. 3-on-4. Inside attack. He bumps Abad. Give it up, Mendoza, and that's good hustle from the sharpshooters.
Oh, what a good hustle there by De Leon, playing on the passing lane. Yun yung mga pusong maglaro eh. Hindi bola. Alam mo, doon ka nagpapakamatay eh.
Kita mo talaga doon, no? De Leon diving on the ground, fighting for that ball and saving them a possession dito.
Oh, mas maganda kasi yun. Doon kasi nai-injury pag if you suddenly stop. No? Oh, good block there by Botel. That is on his resume. Pag depensa, yun naman talaga yung resume nito eh. Sa tagal naglalaro, depensa talaga ang una.
And defense to offense for Peter Botel. Take a look at that, running the floor, getting the block, running the floor, and finishing the end one.
Exactly. Moving without the ball, Aaron, as Botel chance to complete the end one play.
Tingnan natin dito, the lakas play of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Abad to Botel. Basket and one for the big man inside. And Peter Botel making the free throw. Completing the three-point play. Cutting down the lead. It's 56-52. It's a 4-point lead for the sharpshooters. Santos outside. Alastoy. Jess. Give it up to the corner. Mendoza. Baseline drive. Dump it down. Stolen by Buenaventura, and that's going to be a traveling violation on the Saviors.
Oh, sayang eh. They were able to get that ball and a stop. Buenaventura lang traveling. Counter turnover.
Oh, pero the referees clarifying, and it looks like that ball is going to stay with the Saviors dito.
Oh, na-counter din sila ng turnover eh.
Mukhang kay Buenaventura doon yung travel as Guerra hounded in that corner to Alastoy. He fakes it. It's stolen. Here comes Buenaventura. He's all alone. Can he finish? And yes, he can.
Good steal there by Lou Abad. Buenaventura leaking out.
Mendoza naman. The point guard for this DOJ squad. Give it up. AJ Santos. Another steal. Another turnover for DOJ.
Oh, nahirapan talaga si Santos dito against three big bodies of Botel, Reguera, and Duran.
Lob it up. Reguera. The catch. The kick. They give it back. And parang Steph Curry lang on that play. Cutting out to the corner is Reguera, but he can't get it.
Oh, good pass back there by Lou Abad.
Outside Mendoza. In and out. Oh, the cross. The drive inside to Asek Tejano. Posting against Botel. We've seen this matchup a while ago. Tries his hand, no good. Pero AJ Santos is there for the cleanup.
Smart play there by Asek Tejano after missing some shot.
Take a look at that move.
Naman. Gusto ko yung maglaro si Asek. You know, smart eh.
Take a look at this. The lakas moment of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Buenaventura of the NBI sharpshooters getting the steal and the finish. And you love to see it, no, Coach Paul? Whenever Asek Tejano gets that ball underneath and nakikita niya si Botel in front of him, he's gonna attack immediately.
Oh, hindi na nakita ng mga referee natin eh. After going for that rebound after his missed shot, hinawakan niya si Philip Botel eh.
And you could see all smiles sila after, no? So talagang magkaibigan lang. Basketball lang talaga yung linalaro nila dito.
Oh, again, hindi naman pwedeng walang smart sa basketball eh. Part yung mga hawakan. Kahit nga ako eh, you know, I'm guilty of that. Especially pagkalaban natin mga young ones, once young, yung mga kondisyon. Siyempre, may mga hawak yan, baga konti.
And one of the interesting stories dito, Coach Paul, itong si Lou Abad, no? Not yet hitting the mark in this ball game para sa atin.
Oh, again, kasi sa team nila, he needs to be of a point guard rather than a shooter or a scorer. Oh, good defense there, Duran and Botel. Asek Tejano challenging this Twin Towers. Triangle tower pa nga eh, but Reguera on the bench now. As for a substitution, Duran.
Takes the shot, tries to bank it off the glass, and it's good.
The offense now of NBI starting really to get going, especially on the shaded area.
6-point lead for the sharpshooters, 60-54. Guerra. Triple threat. Pulls up for three. That's a deep one. Rebound doon. Babalik ang bola dito sa DOJ Saviors. And back in the ball game, Asek Tejano exits the ball game. Alastoy enters.
Oo, nagpapasabi. Kwela talaga to si DOJ. Asek Tejano, Tom Tejano.
But a steal by Erwin Duran. 3-on-2. Duran. And that's a traveling violation.
Na-travel pa.
Parang mali ata yung pick-up niya doon on the ball. Causing that travel. 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here. Once again, this is our first game of this Saturday afternoon. This is featuring the DOJ Saviors versus the NBI Sharpshooters.
Oh, alam mo naman ito mga ganito, yung motherhead agency nila is DOJ. So magkakilala yan.
As inside, a herky-jerky move from Santos. The best player of the game in their previous matchup.
Yun yung kailangan, walang Rigera doon. Kailangan niya na ipasok.
Inside to Duran. He gets hit on the face inadvertently.
Oh, clearly a foul there on Guerra.
60-56 is the score. Tingnan natin dito. Santos gets the board and finishes the putback inside. AJ Santos. Tingnan natin dito itong si Asek Tejano on the NBI side.
Pinalisisan ng referee Kumuha pa ng Gatorade daw
Asabad has the ball. They've got 11 to work with dito. Lou stepping back for 3. Can he get the friendly bounce? No, we can't.
Oh, good box out there by Guerra.
Buenaventura this time. Short. Open bodies on the floor. Balik ang bola dito sa DOJ Saviors. But you love the hustle, Coach Paul.
Oh, good. Again, good box out. As I've said earlier, yung ginagawa ni Guerra kay Butel, kailangan mo talaga i-box out. Laki niyan
As the score is 60-56, it's still a 4-point lead for the NBI Sharpshooters. Coming off a loss in their previous matchup, a blowout loss actually to the Sentinels. 51-70 yung pagkatalo nila doon. And they're looking to bounce back today as Guerra from 3. Short, but AJ Santos is there.
That's a good shot there for Guerra. Again, talking about Guerra for the DOJ, he got 13 points, 3 out of 4 before that shot from downtown.
Very efficient dito para kay Mon Guerra. As Daphne Lozano has some info on the best player of the game from their previous one, itong si AJ Santos of the DOJ Saviors. So Daphne, go ahead and take it away.
AJ Santos, the best player of the DOJ Saviors from their last game, may not be the lead scorer for tonight, but he makes sure to step up in other aspects as well, such as in rebounding and passing. This is actually good news on the side of the Saviors because players such as Mon Guerra and Jessa Lastoy are now the next man up for their team. Sir AJ actually told me earlier before we start our game that he hopes everyone will perform their assigned role, and so far, this is currently in play. Sinabi niya na kailangan talaga niya ng katulong, lalo na't dinedepensahan siya. That's all for now. Back to you, Aaron and Coach Paul.
And definitely, no, itong si AJ Santos, after that remarkable performance in their previous game, 18 points on 88% shooting, Coach Paul, dun sa previous laro nila. Marked man ito sa laro nila. So sabi nga niya, diba, nagsistep up dito si Alastoy, pati itong si Guerra for the DOJ Saviors.
Yeah, exactly. But so far, so good pa naman itong si Santos. He got 11 points and 10 rebounds. So we have plenty of basketball, so pwede pa niya makuha yung average niya as Guerra missing that three-pointer.
And that ball is gonna stay with the NBI Sharpshooters. Less than 2 minutes remaining dito sa third period natin. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Ang hindi ko nakita dito, Aaron, no, itong 1-2-2 defense kanina ng NBI when they started the game, medyo nawala.
It looks like they're trying to mix it up dito as a miss by the Sharpshooters. Mendoza taking it down the floor general for the DOJ Saviors. Driving down, kicking it out. A two-pointer, still no good, but Mendoza, the little man, crashing the boards. Pero natawagan siya doon ng traveling.
Exactly. Duran and Buenaventura, ganda ng verticality nila doon Just putting their hands up. Kaya nga natawagan ng traveling violation itong si Mendoza.
And outside, give it up, Erwin Duran tries to spin. Tough shot. good defense by Alastoy. Guerra being hounded by Buenaventura. Look at that defense, Coach Paul.
Oh, almost a 8 seconds violation there. Alastoy stop and pop. What a good job step to create that separation.
And he's really showing us his touch from the perimeter and from the three-point line. Itong si Jess Alastoy.
Oh, 19 points, 9 rebounds so far as Guerra trying to answer Alastoy on the jumper with a trifecta.
And was just about to say, sasabihin sana ni Paul Reguera, pakitaan nga kita ng big man shooting doon. But we take a look at this lakas shot of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Jess Alastoy facing up and making the jumper.
Nakita mo rin yung jab step Aaron, di ba? Ang ganda.
Talagang the bigs in this ball game, no, Coach Paul, showing us the full arsenal.
Oh, hindi lang sila sa labas eh. Pwede, hindi lang sila sa inside. Pwede din sa labas. As Alastoy making more than half a shot from the outside.
Mendoza crossing, taking, and look at that shot from Mendoza.
And if you're Alastoy, mahirap din kasi eh. May tatlong malalaking mama dun for NBI as Lou Abad against 3 defenders.
Once again, Lou Abad almost getting that shot to go as Reguera with a steal. It's a 3-on-1. Dump it down to Erwin Duran for the finish.
Just a bad turnover, sayang eh. They were able to get stops, but a counter and turnover.
They've got 2 seconds to work with. Does Bagon realize it? Alastoy. Too little, too late. As the score, NBI Sharpshooter 62, the DOJ Saviors 60. Still a 2-point lead dito para sa NBI. Really doing a good job after that blowout loss in their opening game. Let's take a look at some of the third quarter highlights dito. Guerra opens it up with a 3-pointer off the glass. And then Butel, baseball pass forward, and Duran, just too easy. Ito naman si Alastoy, a turnover, and Buenaventura with his pesky defense. Finishing in transition, the number 30 of this NBI squad. Moving it up, this is Alastoy facing the bucket, and it's good. Jess Alastoy really stepping up on the offensive end. 62-60 is the score. It's a 2-point lead for the NBI Sharpshooters. As we take a look at the previous game of the NBI Sharpshooters, no, a slow start in the tournament, Coach Paul.
Exactly. 13 out of 51 from the game. 51 or 25%, masyadong mababa yan. 8 assists compared to 19 of the Sentinels, the Bureau of Immigration. Steals, ang daming turnover din kasi point on the paint, 18 to 52. Without Philip Butel on that game, doon talaga sila dehado. But today, with Philip Butel inside, the triangle bigs of the NBI, you have Duran and Reguera. They're now leading here on our game, just 2 points.
And tingnan natin dito yung quarter scoring DOJ. They get with 25, 19, and 16. Ito namang Sharpshooters, 22, 23, and 17 as a steal. With Alastoy, the high pickup to the finish. It's good.
Good run there, Alastoy. Big man na tumatakbo. Yun yung gusto ng mga coaches.
And how do you stop that with a freight train like Alastoy going down full speed?
Exactly. You're gonna stop that. Only a foul can stop that.
Razon this time, offensive board. Duran gets it. Alastoy tries for the steal. Out to Reguera. He's open. He takes it, but he can't make it. Buenaventura rejected by Alastoy.
Bad decision there for Buenaventura, challenging the outstretched arm of Alastoy.
And it's a tied ball game, 62 all in our fourth period. 9 minutes remaining dito. Asya Tejano, the spin, the shot, leaves it short. Ito naman in a foot race, Razon, one-on-one, gets the bump with the foul. It's gonna be on Borgie Kalugay.
But at least Kalugay there did not stop on defending that ball. Even though he was called for a foul, Kasi pag hindi yan sinapak yun, baka chance of an N1 play.
And from their previous game, no, itong NBI sharpshooters just shooting 25% from the field as opposed to their game today, Coach Paul. So it looks like they've turned it around. No, they're getting better quality looks in this ball game against DOJ.
Yes, of course, kasi nga may Philip Butelka, so you can control the rebound. And the one who controls the rebound, malaki talaga yung chance ang manalo. Good pass there, Abad to Buenaventura. 1, 2, 3.
Buenaventura not just showing us the defense as well. Dun naman shoots a three-pointer and makes it, giving them a 3-point lead for the NBI sharpshooters. Alastoy naman babawi, leaves it short. Here comes Erwin Duran. Razon's running with him. He doesn't find him. Instead, back to Buenaventura. The sweet Lou. The push shot. It's good.
Ganun naman talaga yung laro nito as Lou Abad, very quiet offensively, just 12 points, but he has now 5 assists.
And as you mentioned nga kanina, Coach Paul, no, he has to shift his role dito to not more of a scorer, but more of a facilitator for this NBI team.
Oh, exactly.
We take a look at this Lakas drive of the quarter, brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. That's Lou Abad pushing that in the bucket. Number 1, Lou Abad from the NBI sharpshooters. 5-point lead for NBI. Asek Tejano moving inside, stolen by Buenaventura. That's a 3-on-1 fast break as Razon all alone for 2.
Every time there's a stop for the NBI, Razon, Abad, and even Buenaventura leaking out.
The score is 69-62. The NBI sharpshooters up by 7 points as we take a look at this. Buenaventura gets that ball and forwarded out with the Lakas fast break of the quarter, brought to you by Okada Manila. Razon finishing in transition. 69-62 is the score. NBI still in control in the midway of our 4th period.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
And after that quick break, we've got Lou Abad on your screens. Take a look at his stats in their previous matchup. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in that ball game, Coach Paul.
Yes, exactly, Aaron. Pero today, he has 5 assists. Parang nag-adjust siya kasi yun naman talaga ang kailangan for the NBI. Sharpshooters. Oh, good timeout play there. Hindi lang pumasok yung tira ni Alistoy.
But they get it out to Mendoza and he knocks down the 3-pointer from the corner.
Napaganda pa, Aaron. It should have been a 2-point, 3 points pa as Mendoza was able to hit that 3, cutting the lead to 4.
Inside, stolen by Jess. Here they come in transition, 3-on-3. Kaluga gets that ball stolen. Good hands from Abad. Razon to Duran. And Asek Tejano just lets him take that shot.
Just a good decision not to foul him. Ang layo pa naman ng laro.
71-65 is the score. They force that pass inside. And Razon na naman. Can Kalugay catch him? Razon finishing.
Again, this is now the biggest lead at 10. Under 7 minutes. Back-to-back turnover now for the DOJ.
And DOJ gonna try to slow it down. AJ Santos spinning inside. Another steal once again. Buenaventura naman. Here comes Razon. And he gets hacked on the way up, going to the line for 2 free throws.
3 straight turnovers for the DOJ, and NBI was able to score in counting on this free throw of Razon.
Take a look at this Lakas play of the quarter, brought to you by Okada Manila. Razon once again finishing in transition. And it's an early 4th quarter meltdown dito para sa DOJ Saviors, no, giving up all of those easy buckets in transition for the NBI sharpshooters, Coach Paul.
Exactly. Turnovers are killing the DOJ.
So you get that ball. 75-65 is the score, a 10-point lead. Guerra, they need this offensive punch to try and catch up He picks up that ball, give it up to Jess. Alastoy out to Mendoza. Taking their time, 7 on the shot clock. Mendoza against Alastoy, excuse me, that's Buenaventura. Pulling up for 2. Tough shot. But Jess is there for the stick back.
That two-pointer for Alastoy, credit that backs out to Santos. He was able really to box out Duran, who's going for the rebound.
And Alastoy really stepping up in this ball game. In their previous one, just scored 6 points, Coach Paul. Ngayon, no, yung tali niya, pataas ng pataas as Paul Reguera inside.
Medyo napagod na dito yung DOJ. Almost a steal, yes, completed by Lou Abad.
Oh, and he gives it up to Razon. Unacceptable dun para sa DOJ. 79-67 is the score. It's a 12-point lead.
What has been the problem now for the DOJ? 5 turnovers in just a span of 2 minutes.
Alastoy to Mendoza. Short on the jumper. But Asik Tejano with the fake and the shot, plus the foul.
Pamaking tira. Tom Asik, Attorney Tejano, chance to complete that end one play.
Simpleng-simple lang talaga yung laro nitong ni Asik Tejano. You could see using the IQ to his advantage, not trying to play fast.
Oo, marunong naman talaga yan eh.
So we take a look at the lakas play of the quarter brought to you by Hotel 101 Global. That's Asik Tejano once again on your screens, getting the basket and one. Just can't finish that 3-point play though. 10-point lead dito para sa NBI Sharpshooters. 5 minutes remaining dito in our 4th and final period. Duran posting against Santos. He spins, gets doubled. Kick it out, Akal for 3. Short to the left. Mendoza gets it out to Guerra. Steps to the other side, and it's good.
The defense now of DOJ, they need few of those. They need more stops now. And for the NBI, they need to take care of the ball. Doon naman talaga na...
Outside, Erwin Duran. No good. But Butel, that ball bounces off his teammate. Taking the short 2. Still no good. And DOJ with a chance for a comeback dito. Mendoza, stop and pop. Yes, sir!
Good timeout now for Coach Raymond Valenzona. Ceasefire muna tayo. 5 straight points now for the DOJ, cutting the lead 5.
Take a look at that. Lakas shot of the quarter brought to you by Okada Manila. Mendoza making it rain in transition. Cutting down the lead to just 5 points. The NBI Sharpshooters up 79-74.
J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
I-maximize ng big men nila yung ilalim, and of course for everyone to reduce committing turnovers. Nang matapos yung huddle nila, Sir Joel Tacuban exclaimed, "All out na tayo hanggang dulo na." Let's see if the Sharpshooters will go hard on the gas pedal towards their first win. Back to you, Aaron and Coach Paul.
Yep, after that blowout loss against the Sentinels in their previous matchup, they're looking to take over in this ball game with Paul Reguera getting it in transition. Another try is good. 81-74 is the score. 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining dito in our 4th period. Once again, myself, Aaron D, alongside Coach Paul Hoven and Daphne Lozano on the sidelines as our courtside reporter. Asik Tejano, the herky-jerky move. He's rejected by Butel.
That is his 7th block there, but napaganda pa ba? Almost!
And they get it out. Rebounded. Reguera calling for teammates. Double team coming.
They need to really play the clock now for the NBI. No need to rush. Lamang na mga 7.
Oh, but Lou Abad, good cut, good find by Duran, and a foul. And Coach Paul, 81-74 ang score natin. Halos 3 minutes ang natitira sa atin dito. How are you liking the chances of this DOJ team to possibly come back or take the victory dito.
Again, medyo mahirap to, but they still can do it. They just need 3 stops and a conversion. And for the NBI, they need really to take care of the ball. No rush shot. That's the first step now, Aaron. They need to convert on this one. 2 points or 3. Ang importante, mababa yung lead ng NBI.
And indeed, still a lot of time dito for the DOJ Saviors with Mendoza handling that rock.
Exactly.
AJ Santos, that's a big one. But Guerra gets it. Stepping back for 3. Still no good for the Saviors. Here comes Luabad pushing it in transition. Lobs it up. Erwin Duran with the finish running the floor.
That's how you reward your big man. Duran running besides Luabad. That is his 7th assist. Talking about Luabad, the former MVP on our Lakas 40.
Tejano, Asek. Missing that shot but getting fouled in the process. Heading to the line for 2 free throws dito si Asek Tejano.
Asek Tejano really working hard. Sayang is-short yung tira niya. Open na sana yon. Still a 9-point lead.
And Tacuban and Buenaventura entering the game for this NBI Sharpshooters team. So looking to bring some defense and 3-point shooting dito for the NBI Sharpshooter squad. As well as Peter Butel exiting the game. An interesting substitution dito. With Asek Tejano. Can't get the free throw to drop. 83-74 is the score. DOJ still trying for that last-minute comeback dito as Tejano cutting down the lead, 75-83.
Good pressure there by Guerra against Luabad.
Sweet Lou, 14 on the shot clock. Kick it out. Pick and pop with Duran. That's a miss. Alastoy losing the ball though. Reguera reverse. And the sweet finish from Paul Reguera.
Sayang eh. They were able to have a stop, but Alastoy just did not secure that rebound.
Paul Reguera making them pay as Mendoza. A spin into the lane. Reguera, that ball taps out to Sweet Lou, and they don't need to rush right now, but it's a 4-on-2. Buenaventura. And a turnover. And could be a costly one dito as Alastoy gets it. Out to Guerra. The pop from 3. To the left. In a minute and 20 remaining dito, 10-point lead. NBI Sharpshooters can take their time. But no, Sweet Lou pulls up in transition and leaves it short. Not very characteristic of Lou Abad to airball a shot.
A smart shot there for Abad. Lamang kayo ng GS. 10 points. All you need is to melt down the clock.
A Sweet Lou naman tries to steal. Back to Mendoza. Guerra. To Asek Tejano. They're leaving him open. He's gonna attack Reguera. Gets that shot to go from the post.
Good business decision there for Reguera. Not fouling. Trying to stop the clock and a free throw. Lamang naman sila ng 8.
Buenaventura. Out to Tacuban, the 3-point shooter. Back to Buenaventura. Tries the 3 and cashes in.
He made earlier and he made his second one. When in doubt, shoot. That will be an insurance basket now for the NBI Sharpshooters as Mendoza trying to answer. But again, the time is not on your side, Aaron.
The splash party happening but a bit too late dito para sa DOJ as Alastoy tries to steal. Reguera, target shooting for the big man. Knock it down from deep.
Oh, iba na kasi yung lamang kayo eh, yung kumpiyansa mo titira. Siyempre, as Reguera there, connecting another 3-pointer from this guy. He has what? 27 big points.
And Paul Reguera showing up in this ballgame as Tacuban. Is he gonna try the last shot?
Hindi na to. Oh, panalo na naman eh.
Looks like they're gonna run out the clock with the NBI Sharpshooters getting their first win of the tournament and our DOJ Interagency Cup 2025. After that blowout loss against the Sentinels, they come out with a victory, 91-80. Dito, the DOJ Saviors naman coming out with a loss after that blowout win in their opening game. So opposite directions na naman tayo dito for this game, Coach Paul.
Exactly. Again, It was a good game until that 7th minute of the 4th quarter. It's just a 2-point lead for that time sa NBI. 4 straight turnovers and a conversion balloons to 10 points.
As the score nga, 91-80. This NBI Sharpshooters team opening up this 3rd game day of the tournament with a W. Their record right now is 1-1. As well as dito sa DOJ Saviors, they're also at 1-1. So really an interesting matchup dito, but we turn it over to our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Lozano, for the best player of the game interview.
Magandang gabi mga kasinag! I am now beside our SLA DOJ Okada Manila best player of the game, Sir Paul Reguera, with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Congratulations po, Sir Paul, on your win. Partida po, meron pa po kayong iniindang sakit niyan sa inyong paa. Pero yun po, how does it feel finally getting your first win? And of course, not the last win here in this tournament.
Siguro, unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. Siguro, binigyan niya ako ng lakas maglaro kahit may injury. Tapos pangalawa, papasalamat ako sa bumubuo ng Sinag Liga Asya kasi lahat mabibigyan ng opportunity makapaglaro. Tapos pangalawa, yung director namin, si Director Jaime Santiago, para sa kanya po itong game na to. Tsaka sa mga ka-teammate ko, hindi dahil sa kanila, hindi kami mananalo.
Ayun po, sir. How do you plan to reward yourself? Dahil of course, first win and also it's the weekend.
Siguro, unang-una, yung susunod na game namin, one at a time, siguro practice kami ulit. Tapos regroup ulit kasi first win pa lang naman to eh. So, thank you.
But sir, now I'm giving you the opportunity to greet and thank anyone that you like po.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa mga nanonood sa Sinag Liga Asya, sa family ko, nanonood dito, at kay director namin, Director Santiago, para sa inyo po to, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Once again, congratulations po. That is our SLA DOJ Okada Manila Best Player of the Game. Back to you, gentlemen.
That was your Okada Manila Best Player of the Game. Itong si Paul Reguera coming up big in this ball game. So, Coach Paul, no, nakita natin yung ginawa ni Paul Reguera dito, really coming up big in this ball game.
Yes, especially again, playing so bad on their last game. Kasi alam naman natin yung team nila, the way they trusted these players, Reguera and Duran. But yun na nga, with playing, injured nga siya last game. But today, really, he's really doing it for their team. At yun na nga, no, before I continue, so how the way he plays, yung sabi niya na pasalamat sila na they can really play even though na busy sila sa mga trabaho, they can still play the game they love. Yun naman talaga yung importante dyan, Aaron. And again, 27 big points from this guy. And not only that, iba talaga ang natutulong ni Philip Butel with 7 big blocks.
Yep, we can't forget the other players who showed up dito, but Paul Reguera was the main man in this ball game for the Sharpshooters. Pero before all of that, I'd like to thank you, Coach Paul, Coach Paul Hoven, no, for joining us today. As we take a look at the game up next, it's the Guardians versus the Safekeepers happening at 7 p.m. Ito po ang last game natin. So on behalf of the entire dedicated crew dito sa SLA, including ito si Coach Paul Hoven, Daphne Lozano, Direk Nomar Santiago, Direk Mike Danan, Direk Billy De Leon, and everybody else helping out dito sa management namin. Maraming salamat po, and we're not done just yet. We've still got one more game dito sa San Andres Sports Complex here in Manila. So everyone just stay tuned and we'll be right back.